consultant and a qualified primary school teacher. A very warm welcome to you. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
How are you?
Alhamdulillah, doing quite well.
I bet. Now, this is a very important topic. Homeschooling is something which is all of a sudden, it was something which was kind of, it seemed to be one of those things which is very much hidden. Either you send your kids to school or you do homeschooling, which seemed to be very backstreet kind of way of teaching your children. Now it's come to the fore because now every parent has become a teacher. It's not easy, is it?
No, it really isn't easy, and I would implore parents to not put themselves under the amount under too much pressure because we're qualified teachers for a reason, and it's really difficult blurring the lines between the safety net of being a parent and the strategic and sometimes militant approach of being a teacher. And so I really want to disturb that dynamic too much.
I read something quite amusing actually. They said the first people to find the coronavirus cure are going to be parents, because it's you can imagine there's going to be a rush to make sure that they figure out how to get on top of this, because it is very difficult. And you're right. I think what it is, I think a lot of parents are worried because there's those parents who kids are younger, so it's not so bad. Because I suppose they're still in kind of nursery reception year education, but then it gets more difficult as your children are kind of more kind of the GCSE level, A level, I suppose at that age, because right now it doesn't seem like the exams are going to be taking place, which has left parents scratching their heads over what happens. How do you grade your children, and how do you predict their grades, right? Because you improve from mock exams to real exams, which is, it seems to be a bit difficult for parents to navigate right now.
Look, everyone's in uncharted waters here. Teachers don't really fancy too much the concept of having to base children's grades on predictions, because adrenaline kicks in on the day, and very often children end up doing better in their exams than they did with their predictions. And although my GCSEs were many moons ago, I don't want to give my age away too much, but I remember that I did much better than I actually got predicted for. So it's a huge pressure on teachers, it's a huge pressure on parents. But I want, one of the messages I wanted to get across today is that your children are not going to lose out. They're really not, because we have regression years. Like year 3 in primary school is a classic regression year, because you pour everything into the year 2 SATs year, and then for some reason in year 3 they all go, no, see all that information you gave me in year 2, I'm going to forget it on purpose.
Yeah.
And every teacher watching this will be going, yep. So they're really not, because brains are fluid, they're liquid, they're malleable.
Sponges, as they say.
Absolutely. But and one of the research projects I was reading about in terms of dementia is that people who are lifelong learners actually put off the onset of dementia. And so what does that tell you? It tells, especially when they're young, their brains are going to bounce right back. They're going to absorb. And what parents can do, and hopefully, inshallah, what I'll help you with today is, ways of teaching without, it's like Bruce Lee said, he said, the art of fighting without fighting. Well, you've got to teach without teaching.
So here's the thing. So I think people or parents feel they need to give some kind of formalized curriculum to their children. It doesn't have to be that way, does it?
No, it doesn't. It depends on you as a person, as a parent. Some parents, I have a kind of hippified approach to teaching that's structured. I would say is the best definition I could give it. So we have a tick list and we have an order list in my home, and they will earn a treat at the end of the day. If they want that treat, then the list has to get done, and we'll do it together. And so I've kind of mixed up some where they can work independently, some where they will need my help. And what I've done is concepts that well, I'm a teacher, so I'm cheating, but for parents who don't know a concept, that's the only planning you'll need to do. So if your child comes up to you and says, Mum, I'm doing imperfractions, then just Google it the night before, and you'll find that you'll remember it, because all fractions are based on times tables and division tables, you know. And so once you have a little practice on YouTube, you can teach it like a pro the next day, you know. So
well, that's the hope.
Yeah, that's the hope, you know. And it's not going to be, you can actually sit there with your children and collaborate and say, you know what, I don't know how to do this, let's learn it together. So some of it you can pre-plan, some of it you can just jump in the deep end and say, hey, don't know what I'm doing, let's find out together. I think a structure is good, not like, you know, like in terms of militancy, but in terms of just having a tick list. So you know you've done a bit of English today, a bit of grammar, a bit of science.
So quick question, where can they go to maybe get some kind of an idea of a kind of a tick list?
Okay, so if you just Google national curriculum, the government website will come up, and what's nice is the list of core subjects and not so core subjects will come up, and you can literally make a tick list, a shopping list based on that. So, and take the pressure off yourself. So for example, I have a couple of boxes that I've bought off of Amazon, like science experiments, growing crystals and all of that. You can do the that side of things. You can bake, you can cook, you can involve them in your cooking, and then just Google how to explain a bit of science in the cooking process. Like for example, why does spinach wilt when you apply heat? Why do onions become translucent when you fry them? So you can incorporate science in that way. But you can also go on, the way I've done it in my house is that I've done animal studies, biology, and something else that I've forgotten. Oh, planets, that's right. So once a week, they watch a YouTube video that I've kind of okayed, and they literally go on, they watch it, and they watch it a couple of times if they need to, and they have to write me a paragraph on what they've understood from this video. That is something that leaves me to have a cup of tea and a breather, or go and clean something while they are fully immersed in a program. But also turn to your schools. Schools are giving so many resources away for free, and they're a big help.
Yeah, I saw something quite amusing where one person said he got his children to draw him while he was sleeping. So that was like almost a life art class. So where can people go to find perhaps online teaching as well? Because I know there's some great people out there who are doing free sessions right now. Maybe you've got some advice on that too?
Okay, so the best thing to do is to reach out to your... The problem is that it's gotten to a point where one of my colleagues collated all the free resources and all the free links and put it in one place, because everyone wanted to help when this when COVID-19 hit and the lockdown came about. So parents were finding they didn't know where to go because there was too much information. So I would say, please go to your school and talk to your teachers about concepts that you are unsure of on how to deliver them. They are actually on tap at the moment. Your teachers are on tap. And this includes my children's school as well, where I can literally phone them up. It's like a 111 service for parents. And you know, I need to teach decimals, and there's nothing wrong. A lot of people don't really use decimals, you know, in their everyday lives, or algebra, and so it's totally fine to go back to the teacher, because you'll hear that classic sentence, "Mum, my teacher doesn't do it like that," and you will want to kill them. So to avoid that very awkward,
bit strong.
Well, you know, when
we hold their treats. Yes.
Well, if you speak to a lot of the parents, they are on the verge of finding the cure for corona.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Actually, what's good, I mean, just it's amazing really how much online learning, how much about the accessibility. Even my daughter, she does ballet. They've actually made that an online teaching. They've actually made that possible online as well. I was thinking of actually teaching it myself, but I'm not quite sure if my daughter is kind of okay with me doing that. But it's phenomenal the amount of resources out there currently. But you're absolutely right. It's about really staying in touch with your school, your teachers, and finding out exactly what you should be working on, and then you can use the national curriculum as well, and kind of, I suppose, bolster that learning, but make it fun as well and not so prescriptive. I think, you know, what you don't want to do is have your kids sitting there all day long just learning, because you're missing out on some good quality time with them as well.
You know, we all moan, and you know, I don't know how much longer we've got, but the last point I really wanted to make is we all moan about time. That's the thing that everyone talks about. And you know what? There are life skills to be experienced. You know, you can bake together, cook together. You can teach them how to play Snap. You know, you can sit down and play Scrabble. You can actually teach them some life skills. Like, for example, everyone's doing these rainbows. So I ordered multicolored fabric off of Amazon, and together we're going to sit down and learn how to sew a rainbow. And these are skills you can take to the bank. You could end up, you know, creating a tailor out of one of these flippant, just activities that you've chosen to do. So please, above all, make memories. Don't worry about their education.
Have fun. Have memories. Have fun. And just literally, you know, let them work with you through the day on whatever task you're doing, because that's life learning, right? Life skills. Thank you so much, Celine. My best to you and your family. Stay well. I hope we can continue this conversation again. Very interesting, and I'm sure there's a lot more to talk about. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.